Today we are looking at Google AdSense, and so we're here on the website at google.com/AdSense. So that's the website. You want to make sure you are logged in under your Gmail account. I'm doing mine under my business name, so just checking to make sure that is the correct Google account, the correct Gmail account. If it's not, just add in your correct account that way. And so we are in the right location. And then next, we're just going to look at these choices over here on the left-hand side. So this button here are the three lines, is like a menu button. And so when I click on that, you'll just notice that it just makes everything smaller. So it's just the icons. So once you get more comfortable with it, you can leave the icons on and you just have more room over here. But for now, I'm just going to unpush that just so that it does stay open as we're kind of walking through each of the different pieces. So I'm starting out on home, and on the home page, it's going to mention about how much money that you've earned. Now this is just an old Google AdSense account that I had a long time ago, but we'll just kind of use this as our sample. You can see how much money that you've earned today so far, how much money you've earned yesterday, within the last week, within the last month, what your current balance is. And so this is my current balance. As soon as this balance number reaches over $100, then I would be able to get that amount of money. So we just wait till the end of the month. And then if it's $100 at the end of the month, I will get paid then the next month by the end of that month. So around the 24th or so is what they're saying is about when you should get paid. But they as long as you're paid by the end of the month, you should be fine and wouldn't need to contact Google. So that's mainly what you can look at in this location. This we have there, the ads section. And under ads, you'll see here that we've got a little triangle so that you can open and close this section as you need to. And we'll go into the ads a little bit more in more detail in a little bit, but this is where you're going to be getting the codes that you need for putting your ads onto your website. And then under sites, so for sites, here it's just re-mentioning about this ads.txt file, which I've got a video on there for you of how you can download that. And then right here, my two websites that I use. So if you have just one, that's all you're going to have. If you have multiple ones, you can put it under there. The biggest thing is that there's a rule there for AdSense is that you can only have one AdSense account. And so you have one account, but then you can have multiple sites in that one singular account. Okay. Then we've got the blocking controls. And again, this is one of those with the menu, so you can kind of open and close that as you need to. So for a blocking control, you have control over blocking certain websites. So if, let's say, that you have a competitor that you don't really want advertising under your work, that would be a good website that you could block, and you would do it under this section here. Then under reports, just another category here. Okay, and then you'll get information of all kinds of different reports. As you earn more income, you'll be able to kind of browse through and see all the various kinds of reports we have in here. We have optimization. And so here you can just take your ads a step further here, and you can optimize them for the best way that you can get better income from the different ads and things like that. Payments. Okay, so for payments, this is where you're going to go to set up your payment schedule. So how are you going to get paid? You'll want to actually go under add a payment method here. And then under accounts, this is the one with the little gear there. This is kind of the setup process, and then you can kind of browse through here. The biggest one is this personal settings that you want to recheck and make sure that information is in there correctly. This is my login email. This is my first name and last name. Which email is it that you really want to use? And then and that's just to keep with communication. And then we have the phone number. And then if you have to change any of those things, just scroll to the very bottom and make sure you do press the save button, because that is hiding down there. All right, so that's a few things under the settings for the account. And then there's a feedback section too. So if you are having some issues at all, you are able to get a screenshot of that issue and send the feedback as to what's kind of going on with that. So I'm going to go back up to home here, and let's take a look at another option. I'm going to go down to accounts for a second. The Google AdSense icon, if I were to click on that, okay, you'll notice that it just jumps me right back to the home page. So it doesn't matter where I'm at. If I'm kind of lost in the middle of things, if I just go ahead and click on the logo here for the Google AdSense anywhere, and the picture or the text is usually good. If you click on that graphic, that'll just jump you right back to the home page. So again, if you're kind of moving around, this kind of resets things, puts you back to the very beginning if you need to get there. Then looking at the right-hand side, top right-hand side, we've got our question mark here, and that will get us into the help system. So if you do want to learn more about Google AdSense, this is another location where you could go and read up on some details or some videos in here as well that you can browse through. This bell here is for your notifications. And just looking at it, one of my notifications is that I need to take care of this ads.txt file, and I'll show you in another video how I did that. It's also mentioning it up here, so that's something I just fixed today, and that's just a little notification there. All right, so I think we've got a good overall view of what the Google AdSense website looks like today, because it changes constantly. But some things I want you to do right now is go under the section where it has the account with the gear. So you're going to pick on that. And then you'll want to go to your personal settings, and I want you to just triple check and make sure your personal settings are set up properly. So your login email, your first name, last name, what email you want, what phone number you want. You could read through your email preferences, pick what you want there too, and then make sure everything gets saved. So that's one thing I want you to do right now. Second thing I want you to do right now is go under the payments category, and I would like you to add your payment. So go ahead and get that started, because remember, it takes about 3 days before it can get in sync with Google. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the add payment again. For the name on the bank account, this is going to be your personal name. So like I would put Tracy Fridley here. This is not the name of the bank. This is the name that it's under your name. The account type, you have savings, checking, or business type of account. We also can then put in your routing number and your account number that you would have on your check, and then we'd be able to save it. And so this information is all about your bank account, which means that Google is going to pay you directly into your banking account, which is great. Used to be in the olden days, they did have a check system that they would, verify your address and send you checks and stuff. They don't do that anymore. And then also to the PayPal. I know people ask, can Google just pay me through PayPal? And no, that is not an option that is set up at this time. So right now it is just a direct deposit into your bank account, which will happen at the end of the next month after you had made that $100 in that account. So far, again, right now, all I want you to do is go under the personal settings and then go under payments, get that situated, get that all set up and ready to go. And then I'll meet you back in a moment. We'll start working on putting the ads inside of your website.